In this video, I'm going to talk about smart shopping versus normal Google shopping ads. I'm going to tell you some of the pros and cons of each type of shopping ad, and I'm going to help you decide which type of shopping campaign is correct for your e-commerce business. Now, I've been managing Google Ads campaigns for over 10 years now, and some of my current Google shopping clients are spending over 6 figures per month on shopping alone. My team and I regularly test smart shopping versus standard shopping, and we've done that in a variety of different niches. So today you're going to benefit from all that testing we've done by soaking up the knowledge bombs that I have for you here. I'm also going to reveal later on in this video a little known secret about smart shopping campaigns that hasn't been published anywhere by Google. I verified this secret via 2 separate inside sources at Google, and knowing this one little trick could help you earn thousands of dollars extra in your smart shopping campaigns. First, let's talk about what smart shopping actually is. So you probably already know what standard shopping campaigns are if you're watching this video. They are ads that show up in Google that are built off of a product feed, and they show a product image and the price right there, usually at the top of the Google search results page. But how is smart shopping any different to that? Well, in a nutshell, smart shopping is exactly the same as standard shopping, but with more automation and less control built in. When you set up a smart shopping campaign, you're actually setting up 4 campaigns all in one go. After you set up your campaign, it's going to be showing ads on the Google Search Network as shopping ads, Google Display Network, Gmail, and YouTube. With standard shopping, you would ideally need to set up separate campaigns, one for each of those networks. But with smart shopping, it's all done for you in one go. So you set up one campaign and boom, you get ads on all 4 of those different channel types. Smart shopping also uses machine learning to optimize your bids and delivery between those 4 channels, and it has retargeting built in. Now, if you've ever struggled to set up your retargeting campaigns across Google Display Network, Gmail, and YouTube, your ears might be perking up at this point, because with smart shopping, all that work is done for you in one go. All of this means that smart shopping is very dependent on machine learning algorithms. It uses machine learning to decide your cost per click bids and your budget delivery, and it doesn't even give you the option for manual CPC bidding. So you better get comfortable giving lots of control over to the Google AI overlord if your plan is to use smart shopping. Furthermore, you better have good conversion and conversion value reporting set up, because that AI overlord really needs that data. No data is no bueno for the machine, because it will always be trying to optimize to get you the most conversions and revenue possible. And if it doesn't know how much revenue is actually being reported, well, you're in for a bad time. Another fun fact about smart shopping is that it runs prospecting traffic as well as retargeting. What I mean by that is, when smart shopping puts ads onto Google Display Network, Gmail, and YouTube for you, it's actually doing what it calls an optimized blend of retargeting and prospecting. Now, how much of the spend goes on cold traffic versus retargeting? Well, that's going to be decided by the machine for you. It's going to look at a bunch of stuff like your spend, conversion history, and ROAS targets, and it's going to use that to help decide for you where to allocate the budgets. So what are the pros of smart shopping? Let's talk about that for a moment, and I'm going to start with the pros. One of the main pros is that it's super easy and quick to set up. You can set up retargeting and prospecting, and you can get ads out on Google Shopping, Gmail, Google Display Network, and YouTube all in one go really quickly. If you've got your product feed ready to go, it's already connected to Google Ads through the Google Merchant Center, and you've got some images ready to upload for your retargeting campaign, all in all, it's probably going to take you 30 minutes to set up your smart shopping campaign. Another pro is that because all those campaigns are rolled up into one, it's really simple from a reporting point of view. Right there in one campaign line in Google, you can see all the revenue and conversions being generated by all 4 of those campaign types. If you don't have the knowledge or expertise to really dive down into the data, and you just want to see a simplified view of your total conversions and revenue across those campaign types, then this could really be a godsend for you. So now it's time to get into that little known secret that I clickbaited you with in my intro to this video. Now, you won't find this published anywhere, and I've never seen Google publicly admit it, but I have verified this from 2 trusted inside sources at Google. And the secret is that Google reserves inventory for smart shopping. So what do I mean by this? I mean that there are ad impressions that Google is reserving for smart shopping only, which means that if you do standard shopping, you're never going to get access to those ad impressions. Those ad impressions are earmarked for advertisers doing smart shopping only. Now, when I learned this, I was not particularly surprised because I know that Google wants everyone to be doing smart shopping right now. They really, really love machine learning, and they want you to love it too. They want us to just totally trust the machine and give all our shopping campaigns and budget over to the machine to decide how to run those campaigns. So the big pro here for smart shopping is that if you run smart shopping, you can potentially get more inventory, more impressions, more conversions, more overall volume, because you'll be able to access that reserved inventory. Now, what I've been told from my sources is that most of that reserved inventory is actually on YouTube, specifically the homepage, and on Gmail. YouTube homepage is a great placement, so getting more inventory on there is potentially a really good advantage and pro in the corner of smart shopping. Another pro of smart shopping is that Google is pushing it super hard right now. I run a Google Ads agency, and we've had a bunch of different Google ad reps over the years. And you know what all those ad reps seem to be asking us these days? Are you doing smart shopping? Hey, do you want to do smart shopping? Did you think about doing smart shopping lately? And on it goes. We tend to get a good idea of what's important to Google just by listening to what our reps are telling us day in, day out. And in recent months, that thing is all about smart shopping. Also, if you look at all the literature that Google is putting out there and at the pace of new development in smart shopping, it's kind of clear that Google is 100% behind the idea that everyone should just be doing smart shopping. And why is this a pro in the corner of smart shopping? Well, that's because new developments are coming out faster and more frequently for smart shopping. For example, Google recently released a new feature called New Customer Conversion Reporting. This feature allows you to set up a different type of conversion goal that specifically tells you when a conversion was from a new customer as opposed to a returning customer. Once this is set up, you can set your smart shopping campaign to optimize more heavily for new customers. Now, this new feature is, at the time of this video, nowhere to be found in standard shopping. It may be released for standard shopping at some point in the future, but Google has developed this feature first and foremost for smart shopping. And this is not the first time this has happened. So if you want to be closer to all the new developments in shopping ads, probably you're going to want to gravitate more towards smart shopping than standard shopping. Now let's talk about some of the cons of smart shopping. And the biggest, most annoying con is the lack of data. With smart shopping campaigns, you are going to miss out on a lot of the data that you would otherwise get. And this is really going to inhibit your ability to make some of the smart decisions that you would otherwise have made. For example, you won't get search terms data. When you don't get search terms data, then you can't use that data to see what terms are converting in shopping and then, for example, add those keywords into your search campaign. Often when you review the search terms data in your shopping campaign, you are going to come up with some great ideas for keywords that could be added. You might have missed some of those ideas when you were doing your keyword research for your search campaigns. Seeing those terms in the converting search terms list for your shopping campaign will let you know that you should add those keywords to search as well. But when you do smart shopping, you have no ability to do this. For me, this is the most worrying piece of data that is lost when you choose to do smart shopping. But there's more. Want to see how much was spent on retargeting versus prospecting? Want to see if too much was being spent on YouTube and not enough on actual shopping ads? Or maybe you want to see if your Google Display Network performance was better or worse than your Gmail performance? Yeah, you won't be able to see any of that data with smart shopping campaigns. Related to con number 1, you also can't add negative keywords to your smart shopping campaign. This means that with smart shopping, not only can you not review the search terms data and see if the machine is bidding on anything that looks a little bit wonky, you also have no ability to correct it if it is. Now, most of the time the machine does do a great job of finding the right terms to bid on, but it's not perfect and it does sometimes mess up, and with smart shopping you can't see when it's messed up and you can't correct it either. Take home message, if you're going to use smart shopping, you really have to put your faith in the machine. Con number 3 is that you can't control your budget splits. As you know, Smart Shopping is going to run ads on multiple channels for you: Google Shopping, Google Display Network, Gmail, and YouTube. And the thing is, it's not going to let you control how much is spent on each channel. It's also going to run a mix of retargeting and prospecting for you, which once again you can't control what that mix actually looks like. Do you see the theme going on here? The theme with Smart Shopping, as with all Google Smart products, is that you're giving up data and control for automation and ease of use. Now let's move on to the pros and cons of standard shopping, and let's talk about the pros first. Pro number 1 is that you can see all that lovely data. You'll be able to see exactly how much you're spending on GDN, YouTube, Google Shopping, prospecting or retargeting. And the thing that I really love, the thing that's most important to me, is that you're going to be able to see your search terms data. For me, that search term data is so useful and so important that it's one of the main reasons that I will often favor standard shopping over Smart Shopping. That data can directly lead to more sales and revenue in your account if you know how to use it properly. So how do you use that search term data properly? I covered this a little bit earlier on, but for me, that means first of all logging into your shopping campaign's search query report at least once per week. From there, review the search terms that people are typing in that are triggering your shopping ads and resulting in conversions. Then take that list of converting search terms from shopping, cross-reference it against the search keywords that you have in your account, and make sure to add as keywords any search terms that were not already added. Now here's the thing to remember. If a search term generates conversions for you in shopping, then it's probably also going to generate conversions for you in search. And if you set up that search term as a keyword in your search campaign, it's going to generate more sales and conversions for you than if you were only targeting it via your shopping campaign alone. There's a couple of reasons for this. Firstly, Google does show a lot of shopping ads when it knows someone is searching for a product keyword, but it doesn't necessarily always show shopping ads. Google's algorithm will actually determine when to show shopping ads and when not to show them. Sometimes, on some occasions, it might determine that it's better to show just a normal search text ad. Or sometimes it might decide to show a shopping ad and some text ads. And when it does show both shopping ads and search text ads on the same page, sometimes the user is going to click on that shopping ad, but sometimes they won't. Sometimes, for whatever reason, the user's not going to click on the shopping ad today, they're going to click on the search ad. So if you are running shopping ads and you are not making sure that all your search terms that convert are being added as keywords as well, then you are missing out on clicks and sales in these two potential scenarios. The situation where no shopping ads were shown, but text ads were, or the situation where both types of ad were shown, but the user decided to click on a search ad this time. The fact that standard shopping gives you search terms data means that you will miss out on less potential sales when one of those two scenarios comes up. Another pro for standard shopping is that you can still do machine learning based bid optimization. Google pushes the machine learning bidding capabilities of Smart Shopping hard. They use it as a selling point for Smart Shopping. With Smart Shopping, you can use machine learning based automated bid optimization, and it's been proven to be more effective than manual bid optimization, and you'll get loads more sales with it. That's what they're telling us. Well, the thing is here, the thing that they're not mentioning is that if you set up a standard shopping campaign, you can still use exactly that same automated bid management technology. Simply select target ROAS in the campaign settings and hey presto, you've got the same AI-based bid optimization that's being used in Smart Shopping. So while Google wants us to think that the automated bid optimization of Smart Shopping is a huge reason to favor Smart Shopping, well, we're smarter than that, and we know that we can get exactly the same capabilities within our standard shopping campaign. Pro number 3 is portfolio bid strategies. This powerful feature is often overlooked when people talk about automated bid management. It's available for standard shopping, but not for Smart Shopping. Portfolio bid strategies give you the capability to group campaigns together in a portfolio. A portfolio is kind of like a grouping or a folder full of multiple campaigns. This allows you to group multiple campaigns and roll their conversion data up into one big group. The more conversion data you have grouped in one place, the better the bid strategy works. This is because machine learning algorithms work by making predictions and then checking those predictions against real-world data. They then use that real-world data to update the predictions and make the predictions better over time. The more conversions you have, the more often the machine can check its predictions. The more often it checks, the better it gets. And the better it gets, the more money you make. When we have portfolios grouping multiple campaigns' conversion data into the same portfolio, we have more conversion data in one place. This then feeds the machine and makes it better and better over time. Standard shopping campaigns can use this feature. Smart shopping campaigns can't. They're always optimized in a sort of conversion silo. Pro number 4, manual CPC bidding is available. So sometimes you might want to use manual CPC bidding. Now, I'm not one of these people, but some people really don't trust the machine when it comes to bid optimization. They think they can do a better job than the machine if they manage the bids manually. Now me, I've seen time and time again that when the machine has plenty of conversion data, smart bidding outperforms manual bidding hands down. But some people disagree, and for them they prefer to have the option for manual bidding, and so for them, if you fall into this camp, then you're going to want to go with standard shopping. Now, even for someone like me who's very experienced with automated bidding and knows how to get it to work most of the time, it doesn't work all the time, and there are some scenarios where even I will want to resort to manual CPC bid management. For example, if for whatever reason your conversion tracking doesn't work, then your automated bid strategies aren't going to work either, because smart bidding depends so entirely on that conversion data. In this case, you're going to have to do something like manual bidding. Also, sometimes there are important goals that you may want to optimize for that the machine does not know about. For example, maybe that you know that bidding on a certain product always drives more footfall traffic in your store, or more phone call conversions later on. If that data is not being fed into Google, then smart bidding can't optimize for it, and manual CPC plus human judgment will need to be used. So it's nice that we have that option in standard shopping. Alright, now for some of the cons of standard shopping. Now, I'm not going to lie, standard shopping takes longer to set up. You are not going to be able to set up all 4 of those campaign types like you can with smart shopping all in one go. So it's all going to take longer. Furthermore, the setup is more complicated. Smart shopping makes this really easy. Just plug in your data feed, give it a few images, and boom, you're done. With standard shopping campaigns, you're going to need to take more time over this, and you're going to need to set up separate campaigns for Gmail, YouTube, and Google Display Network retargeting. All of this adds effort and complication into the mix, so you're going to need to know your way around Google Ads if you're going to go down the standard shopping route. Now, one bugbear I do have with standard shopping is that there's no Maximise conversion value bid strategy. So this is actually quite a big con for me. When you start a new shopping campaign, you're not going to have enough conversion data yet to do target ROAS bidding really well. So you need some other bid strategy to use to tide you over until that time when you have enough conversion data for target ROAS. With smart shopping, you can just use the Maximise conversion value bid strategy, and it works pretty well when you don't have any conversion data yet. You just set a low daily budget to start with, tell the machine to get you as many conversions as possible for that budget, and then monitor it ongoing. This helps you figure out what level of performance to expect from your brand new campaign. It helps you build up those conversions now so that later on, when you have enough conversion data, you can switch to target ROAS. With standard shopping, you don't have the option to do this. You can't just launch a new campaign and then tell Google to maximize your revenue. Instead, you have 2 main options. You can tell it to maximize your clicks. It's not really ideal, and I would do this with a very low budget to start off with, because it's really just going to be optimizing for traffic and not conversions. Or you can set it to manual CPC bidding. Again, I think this is not ideal because it's a lot more work and it's very prone to human error. For example, it's very difficult to know where to set your starting CPC bids. Initially, you might set them too high and then spend too much, or you might set them too low and then not spend anything at all. And then figuring out through trial and error where they should be set might take days to figure out. Neither of these options is ideal, and I really do wish standard shopping had the Maximise conversion value bid strategy, so that we could use it on those new campaigns that don't yet have a lot of conversion data. Now, I mentioned previously that Google is really favoring smart shopping right now. And so while that's a pro for smart shopping, it's also a con for standard shopping. A lot of the new developments are coming out first for smart shopping, and then later on, or sometimes not at all, for standard shopping. I already mentioned how the feature to optimize specifically for new customers is available for smart shopping only right now. Well, there's more. Earlier this year, Google announced another new feature for smart shopping. They were vague about it, but they said the feature was adding more visual features to help users discover shopping products. Now, it was not super clear at the time what this new feature would look like, but they showed a product demonstration that seemed to indicate that what they were talking about is some new form of automated video ad unit that looks to be coming out for smart shopping only, at least at first. So if you do standard shopping, you're possibly going to miss out on that feature and miss out on the new customer conversion reporting feature, plus any other new features that come out in the near future for smart shopping only. So let's talk about when to use smart shopping. If you don't have a lot of time to set it up and you don't have the expertise, then smart shopping is really the way to go. That's because it's going to simplify things for you a lot. If your priority is to get the campaign running as quickly as possible, and you're not a Google Ads expert and you don't plan to become one, then go for smart shopping. Or perhaps you're not even planning on using that search terms data. Maybe you're not even running search campaigns for whatever reason, so you don't plan to use the search terms data that you get with standard shopping. Or maybe you just know you and you know you're not going to have the time or motivation to review that search terms data every week and learn from it. If that sounds like you, then by all means go for smart shopping. Maybe you're just looking to quickly test out the potential performance of Google Shopping ads and you want a really quick, simple way to test if this channel could work for you. Maybe you've decided that if the channel shows some signs of success, then you'll devote the time to really mastering it, but right now you just want a quick way to launch and test. If this is you, then smart shopping might be a great way to test the waters. And hey, if it does work out, then nothing is stopping you from switching to standard shopping later, once you've demonstrated that the channel works for you. Finally, maybe your primary motivation is just to get as many conversions and sales as possible for as little time investment as possible, and you really don't care about the data insights or learning from that. If you just want to get as many conversions as possible and you don't care where those conversions are coming from, and you're not going to use the extra data you get from standard shopping, well then yeah, go for smart shopping. So when should you use standard shopping? Well, the main one is when you do plan to use that search terms data to enrich your search campaigns. If you're running search campaigns, and you probably should be, and if you're going to take the time to be improving those search campaigns with the data from your shopping campaigns, then you need to be using standard shopping. You also need to be using standard shopping if you do want to use all the other data insights that you're going to get from it. For example, let's say you want to know how much is being spent on retargeting versus prospecting, or YouTube versus Gmail, or you want to see if Google Display Network is outperforming your Google Shopping campaign. If you want to see data like that and then use that data to actually improve your performance, then yeah, you have to be on standard shopping. And if you plan to invest a lot of time, money and effort into making sure you can do shopping as well as you possibly can, then I'll also recommend standard shopping. Standard shopping in general gives you more data and more control, meaning that if you're going to invest the time into learning how to do shopping really well, you're going to really benefit from the extra controls you get in standard shopping. Another thing to consider is your bid strategy. As mentioned earlier, standard shopping allows you to use bid strategy portfolios. This one's a biggie. If you're running a bunch of other campaigns in Google Ads and they're all running on the same target ROAS bid strategy portfolio, you're going to benefit a lot by being able to add your standard shopping campaigns to that same portfolio. And the only way you'll be able to do that is if you use standard shopping, not smart shopping. Finally, if you do have some expertise in Google Ads or you plan to learn it, standard shopping is going to teach you a lot more about how to do Google Ads the right way. That's because you'll need to master how to set up your own retargeting campaign, you'll need to master separating out your own budgets and deciding how much to spend on each channel, and you'll need to learn how to review data at a more granular level and make decisions based on it. All of this is going to require some knowledge and expertise and really aid in your learning if that's what you're looking to achieve. So if you're comfortable doing all that or you want to learn how, go for standard shopping. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. I'll be releasing videos just like this one a few times per month, so hit the subscribe button below. If you want a free, instant, automated audit of your Google Ads account, head over to bigflare.com/AdWords-audit. Now it's over to you. What type of shopping campaign are you going to use? Are you going to go for a smart shopping campaign and save loads of time and effort? Or are you going to go for a full-blown standard shopping campaign? Let me know in the comments below. My team and I regularly... That, okay, it works. That, not good. If you want to use smart shop... That. Nope, too much. Okay. In the smart shopping something or other, getting quicker at this.